Wait for it to show up on my phone. Okay. So, basically, trying to do a guide, right? And this is the third time I try to make this stream, and I keep freezing up, or something always happening, so this time we're just gonna go straight for it. Alright. So, here's the idea. You see, Combat League guides, like, how to face Combat League players, right? You see, like, scrub tactics, all that stuff, you know, pro tips, tips from a professional, you know. But there's no video on, how would you fight against a pro player, you know, like, what if you bumped into Tweety, right? Or just any pro, you know? Like, there's no video for that. So, that's where I come in. Hopefully, this after watching this guide, it makes it just a little bit easier. Maybe not easier, well, yeah, easier when you have these interactions, but it won't seem like it was just an ass whooping, you know? Like, maybe you could take something from it, you know? So, before we even start with the tips, there's gotta be like, you know, like, not pre-requirements, but like, I'm just saying, like, you should take the time to, like, do your homework, you know, before even playing, like, competitively, take your time to do your homework just so you have a good idea. And there's, like, multiple ways to do your homework. Big one is in the lab. You have all the frame data there. Every bit of it you need is in there. Now the other bit, you have to actually go out and play. You have to figure out each character's, like, how people play on, like, they have habits, you know, and you pick up on it, you know, and then you can kind of use that when you fight these pro players, right? But you can also watch tournaments on YouTube, right? Or Twitch streams, you do all that, right? But at that point, yeah, you gotta get some kind of experience going, right? Try to join some tournaments. So there's exhibitions, tournaments. I know I'm repeating myself, but things you can go to. You can go to Mr. Aquaman's channel on Twitch. He does the Coliseum, and you can actually compete there. There's a high chance you'll face a pro. If not, you can face a pro in other spots like Outworld TV. He's Hot Rod Crusher is really good commentator as well. So it's two good commentators. Fun time, whether you're just watching or playing. But I think he changes it to MKTV. He has like different channels for certain games. So I don't think it's called Outworld anymore. There's Slayer, that's right. He does a lot of like paid tournaments, you know, like $100 tournaments here and there, I believe. And some exhibitions, you know. But yeah, and the last thing I would have before even playing competitively is have some kind of backup. Now, whether that would be a side character or an alternate variation. So, let's just say for D'Vorah. D'Vorah's got, her best variation is Buzz. This is plain Buzz, you know. Has all the tools she needs, you know. But she's lacking damage a little bit. So, but she also has a tough time getting it. So, teleport helps with that just a little bit. It's you sacrifice, you know, some good tools, but you get some good damage off of it, and it makes getting just a little bit easier, just with the dreaded teleport. And you got the Song of Fluctuation, which is good for like a comeback factor, you know. So it's good to have those three variations. Those are like bread and butter. You should just have those. Joker, this is another example. Sonic Fox variation. So Joker by himself, top tier, right? So while he is top tier with this, you know, variation, we do have, you can replace the jump adjuster with the boing, and that helps with zoners. You can see Jet Ring use it. He recently won a PlayStation tournament to get into Evo just because of this variation, and it was pretty fucking phenomenal. So I'm gonna try to put a link in that in the chat or in the comments after this. I'm gonna put in a lot of links. Yeah. And then yeah, let's do that. Devora. But yeah, it's a side character or something. So you want to start throwing these around. Like if you get like a set with a pro player, like an actual set, like first to 10, 20, whatever. Lost Hive of the Kite. If you feel like, you know, if you don't know where you're at, you know, try messing with other variations and stuff. You may not be winning, but maybe one variation might do a little better than the other, you know, and you can like build up upon that, you know. Maybe you like for that in certain matchups, you know. So, but yeah, like I said, everything you need is right here, right? So, I guess that's good for an intro. It's a pretty good intro, pretty calm. So I guess we can get started with the tips. So, tip number 1. Keep your gameplay honest, right? All that gimmick shit, throw that out the window. Now, the reason why I say that is because experience, man. Like, just name anything. Anything that you love in here. I don't care what it is. It could be, like, hold on. Like, gimmicky shit like this unblock. Anything like that, they love it. I'm telling you, straight up. Anything, any gimmick, if it's gimmick or not, they love it. They got their shit covered. They don't walk into Evo without knowing 99% of what goes on in this game, you know. I'm just saying, they cover their shit, man. So, play honest. How can we do that? So, let me show you. So, we got frame data on, by the way. So, I guess one good example would be the mind game. I put that down one. What's that? Let's see. Yeah. Welcome back, man. So, let's just talk about Devora's down one mind game. So, Devora is one of those characters that like in the special cancel or move into like safe mode. So anything that's like unsafe, she cancel on this and make it safe. Right, so let me just do that. So for this mind game, we got 8 frame down 1, right? Just keep that in mind, 8 frames, right? We should cancel into this for mind game. So if you want to take turn up down 1, you can get clipped like that. Now this by itself is minus 15, right? And then we can make it safe by amplifying and make it minus 4. Now, gimmicky shit, people down 1 that shit. So like, you would do this, and I just won't really fly well, you know, like, we just do it. So, put it on close. Okay, let's just do, I even do that. So if we do the math, right? Hold on, let me put this to. So if we do the math, minus 4, 8 frame down 1, that makes it 12 frame down 1. Joker could care less. He's got 11 frame mid. He'll beat that every time. If he let's have his timing on point, he most likely will. Because he amplified it, he has no reason not to go for this forward one. He has no reason to do 1-2. He can grab you. 10 frame grab. Just like everyone. Grabs you down one. But then there's some other mind games, right? So that one right there. So that can be a real thing. Like if you have the bar, you might get away with stuff like that, you know? Depending on your character, you know, like if you're not spending the bar, like for Jade's Delilah dance. I don't even know if I say that right, but like if you have a bar and you just kind of let it rock, you might get away with it, you know? But you don't want to throw it off too often, you know? So, what pro players might do, instead of trying to punish with their fastest button, they're going to try the 1-2. And then, believe it or not, this could actually jail. So I'm going to set D'Vorah to duck. Duck, see? And then that jails. So, although that did not punish, it can still potentially jail, so whenever you do something unsafe, you kind of want to block. Okay, that time I missed, but... And if I just want to punish... Also another thing, when you're doing shit like that, definitely check the... I know it's given, but... Check your meter. If you have 0 bars and you go for this move, they will see that coming. I see that shit coming. You will get fucking punished every time. Every time. So, I guess that's the idea, right? Play honest, right? People, like, they will check you when you're staggers, right? Maybe not Joker stagger, this is a good stagger, they don't really check on that, but like, D'Vorah, they like to check on this stagger, you know? Like, even if we go for the sweep. Wait, hold on. Now, if they're a little hesitant, that sweep will check them. But when you play high level, sometimes you just have to call someone out on the stagger just to take some pressure off of you. And that's what happened. And it's just some kind of mind game, you know, like, and then there's like, D'Vorah can do better mind games, right? You know, that, you can't really do anything with that. Then of course you got this. Okay, my fault, fuck off. So stuff like that, right? So, I can do that. Because even then, like, you can't just, I don't know why, you just can't see it coming. I try to, but it's just, no. That's why I go for every time. So, I guess we can move on to the next tip. If you, let's just say, you're not that good at a game, right? You're not bad, but you're not good, you know, like, so, let's just say, for this tip, we'll just say, stay in the neutral. Now, I haven't made a guide for this yet, how to play the neutral, but there's plenty of guides on YouTube, and you can watch this, like, this guide's for, like, every game, pretty much, how to play neutral. So, neutral is not just this right here. neutral can vary. So basically, you want to just play outside of your opponent's buttons, kinda. You know, you want to play outside of it. At least that's how I would play it. So for Devora's range, I would say be right here. This is the one distance you would probably be safe from. So see how that just barely whiffs? So if I just walk up, that just barely hits. So you want to be around this range if you want to fight against Devora. And this varies. Joker, you could be outside of this range, because the only thing he can reach you from like this far is 4-3. So Joker's range is like right around here. You got 4-2. That's just. That's where you want to be at when you fight against Joker. Devora, you want to be back here because you want to make this 4-2 whiff. And then you can see this jump one coming. You can backdash. Damn, man. Stuff like that. There we go. And it just varies for different characters. I feel like applying this in the Spawn matchup really helps out a lot. Because if you can play outside of his 3-4 mind game and punish him properly, I feel like Devora can do that with the 4-2. Like, she can do that. I don't know what Joker could do. I mean, he could maybe just. You'd think he could 4-2, but I don't know. I don't play Joker versus Spawn. Joker, that can be too. Yeah. But yeah, so why do we want to play the neutral? Why can't we just be right here? So this is why this is my tip for people that are not that great, right? If you're going to be up here, you give your opponent a little bit too much options, right? Like, you got more mind games you gotta deal with. You got strike throw, you got these mix-ups and shit. You gotta deal with all of that, right? So I'm gonna read your comments. I'm just gonna talk my bit here. But let me put this back to. So we got all of that right there, right? But if pro players like can. If they see you that you fold under pressure, they're gonna start abusing it. Like, if they see that you can't tech a throw, or you're always teching the wrong way, or you're getting shimmied, like, they're gonna start using that against you. And especially players that use command grab characters, and then especially command grab characters, you don't even want to be close, man. Just back the fuck away. Pick his only character. Bye. Alright. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, let's see. I think I had something else. Oh yeah, when you're playing the neutral, don't play on autopilot, right? So, what I mean by autopilot, like, everyone plays a certain way, you know, like they just play like a robot. And sometimes you get a little carried away, you don't really think. And I guess this also applies to the neutral game. So let me do this real quick. Why aren't your videos on 720? Because my internet's not that strong. That's fine. So, back to where I was. So, like, don't get carried away or, like, play like a bot in neutral. So, we all know about this right here. Tier 1, back 1 check. Like, everyone knows that. Okay. And there's, like, many ways you can play this, right? And this is something you have to lab yourself, right? So. And there's like, different situations that you can play it. Because +2 ain't really that plus, you know? Like, you got freedom. But because of that freedom, you can... let's do this. So let's do this. I'm gonna do a down 1 check. Right there. I can't down 1 that. I can back that shit. And sweet, right? So now if I could do that, and if I'm reading, and Scorpion can read you doing that, right? I can check you with that. I can check you with 4-3. Right? So now if you're gonna go for that, right? I can check with down 1. So mind games like that, right? Right, so now if you're trying to down 1 like that again, you're gonna get clipped, right? But at the same time, I can also backdash, or I can jump. So that's what mind game. That's kind of like the mind game you're playing up close, neutral up close. You don't want to be playing that because they're really good at baiting buttons, baiting your throws, or baiting throws. So if you're playing like against a pro and you're not that great, you don't want to be playing that game with them because that's what they're gonna be doing all the time. And then if you respect it, I can grab you, right? Right, so guess you teach me things. Yeah. If you got any questions, let me know, man. I'm trying to keep it simple. I think this is pretty much the guide anyways, you know. It's a pretty short guide. I just want to draw out a few tips, but this stream was a little bit more better. My bad. What was I doing? And then you can like lab this for like different characters as well, you know. But it really just depends, you know. And you also have to evaluate your breakaways and your jumps, right? So I guess that's another thing I can help you out with. So breakaways, I feel like you shouldn't break away against a pro player only because they're just gonna read it anyways, right? They're just gonna keep everything safe, like they have no reason Like, we'll just keep it on random. Right there, like there's no reason for me to go to spear, right? And then get punished for it, right? There's no reason for that. But another thing you want to keep in mind when you're doing this breakaway stuff, if you whiff a move while they do a breakaway or whiff a stream, that could potentially make them plus, right? Like, let me do this one. So let me do that one. Let's use that as an example. We'll put it on late as well. Actually, better than that. We'll use that as an example. Boom, it's a punish. Like, you could literally punish for that, but there are some, like, instances. Let's try that. Let's try it out. Wow, that looks right. I'm trying to find a good, better. But like that one is not even connecting. That's bad. Alright, let's try that one. Oh, it's delayed. Okay, never mind. I had an example, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, it just doesn't want to work. Never mind. Well, I'll give it one last try. We'll try this. That's crazy. Yeah, never mind. But just be careful. Because if you will know when you see it, when you're not plus, when it's not your turn, and they can wake up buttons. But it is most likely be able to only to wake up with down one. But this is something you gotta weigh in is if you're down, like you've got like 60% health and you know what the combo about to do is 30%, I would just say take the 30% and then try to make your comeback. Because like I don't, it's just better not to go for a breakaway. They just I already said it. They just keep it short, you know? Like they keep it short. They don't grab a lot too. Which is kind of funny to see. You get shimmy so many times, but they like never grab. But when they see you getting shimmy, that's when they want to start throwing grabs. But yeah, I think that's it for the guide, right? I know you think you're a little late, but it was pretty short, you know, so. Yeah. Jump-ins. Let's talk about jump-ins real quick and then we'll call it. So, I think it'd be easy to show with Joker. So, Devora's got a mind game with Jump 1, right? So.
Devora, Soul Chamber.
Well, I guess I can go back to the neutral thing that I was talking about. So, when you're playing in neutral and not up close, you can see things like you can see them jumping, you can see them whipping buttons. That's what you want, right? You don't want to be up close just guessing strike throw, right? Or some other mix up, some other 50-50. You want to be right here. For Devora, you just want to be like back here. But we're gonna put this to here and talk about jumps. Jumps, if you were to jump at someone and they keep anti-airing you, I would mix up between jump 1 and the jump kick because they're both different timings. Devora's jump kick is I believe 8 frames, and then her jump 1 is 12 frames. So it's different timing, but you also press it at a different time. Jump kick you might want to do a little bit later for the other plus frames. Jump 1, you can land it a little early, but if you want to land it a little bit later too, that's cool too. Jump 1, usually you press earlier. And jump kick, you just, yeah. But, if you see your opponent jump like that, and you know they're gonna jump, you gotta make sure you cash out on it, right? So, but this is the thing, you gotta react. And neutral is involved in jumping as well, you know. So let's do this. Let me fix it. So let's do a simple jump. I can do that. I can do that, right? Jesus Christ. Really? There we go. So we can do that, right? That's one scenario. So you need a mind game off it, right? Let's switch it up. So there's that one. So okay, let's just back right here just a little bit. So we'll do that. Or we'll start it from here. Jeez, man. Now you can do it. There we go. And then so there's that one right there. But that can usually backfire, right? Now if your opponent is really that obvious, he can literally just back up. So let's think of a better one, right? But since I'm doing 4-2-1, which I'm trying to do this right here, I'm trying to do that. But since this whole thing is whiffing, this ain't coming out. So instead I get this. So and then boom. So that's another way you could do it. See what I mean? So like different mind games. So let's do random hidden playback. And then you want to see how this jumping is going to make you think twice, right? See how my reactions are a little delayed? Like I can't even do that now because you're looking for other stuff too. So that's why you want to be playing neutral. That's why you want to be playing outside this range, right? Because you're thinking, you gotta think. You're playing chess. See what I mean? I knew I got punished for that because I didn't. You just gotta do what you can. Try to react to stuff because. See how much harder it is to like anti-air because you're looking for so many options, you know, like because what if that happens, like, and you know Honeybee likes to do that shit right there, and then it's just like shit like that, you know, like what if you're trying to do a jump one, like trying to just air to air, right? And then you just get clipped by that. And then boom. So stuff like that. Yeah, let's get a stream down. Pretty simple, you know. I mean, I kept it pretty, yeah, just simple. Like pretty much, yeah, just do your homework. Like anything this year, you gotta remember, they've seen this shit for years, right? Like they know all of this inside and out. Anything that's unsafe, they know how people tend to react after certain strings. You know, like if I go for this, hold up. Sometimes I like to go for this, and I check with the backdash and that. And then, but some people, they're ready for that, right? Because this is -9. They're not punish it, but they'll check you with down 1. You can do the same, but, you know, 7 plus 9, that's not good. That's 16. 16 fading down 1. And just like anything that's unsafe, don't do. Like, at all. You just don't do it. I can imagine 600 saying it. Don't you dare, don't you fucking do it. I wish I could do a better Sikander impression. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Do appreciate everyone for dropping by. Yeah, I wanna make a guide on how to play neutral in the future. Yeah.